Now we wait. Hold on. I should grab something. Hello, welcome, come on. Hello. Hey Rocket, how you doing, man? That's good, Rocket. It's good, man. Okay, apparently there are a lot of people watching. I don't care. I'm taking a break. Does it matter? It's not going to freaking be a series anymore, so... Who gives a shit about my motivation for Corrupt Cosmos if I'm not gonna... If there's, like, you know... Oh, hey Shan. Like I said, I'm going to, you know... only release what I have of episode 1 plus a little conclusion, 2 cutscenes, one of which I've animated, the other which is like a giant fight scene thing, but I'll do that later because I don't really want to animate a fight scene for a while. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do, JV, homeboy. How am I? I'm good, I think. Maybe. Yes, I'm good. Should I just start now talking? I guess I should. Alright, well, you see, well, it starts off with a, you know, theory of talking. This is episode 1. Then it was gonna have, that's still in the episode. Then it was gonna be the intro or whatever. Then I was gonna have Clay talking to Galexia. That's not gonna happen in the episode. The one and only episode. Gonna write this while I talk. Alright, sounds like a plan. Then Galexia was gonna talk to Michael about, you know, his reviving and whatever. Then there's gonna be a little familiar song portion, which I animated on 2 streams a while back. So gonna be an episode, obviously. Necrosis William and Clay chat, I animated that in a stream or 2. That's gonna be an episode, still. Quasar has a little monologue, about his goals and whatever, and his motives. That's not gonna be a thing in the episode. AZ talks to his little AI helper and Ginger Woman, that you've seen from the intro. Um, and she is that here. Do I have? You know what I'm talking about. I'll get stuff in a minute. And then there's going to be a cutscene where Pulsar comes in, tells Galexia, or he comes in through a portal, tells Galexia, hey, all this bad stuff's going to happen to you, and Quasar wants to kill you even more so than ever now. He's got an epic plan. And Quasar's like, oh no, thanks for telling me you're cool. And then next cutscene, and then he leaves and he's like, I gotta go see ya. And then next cutscene is Pulsar, walks in portal back to the freaking cosmic court or whatever, and Quasar's there and he's like, oh, so you told her? And he's like, yeah. And he was like, I see, good. And then it's kind of revealed that Pulsar, even though he told Galexia that Quasar wanted him to do that, and Pulsar not a very nice guy. He's just a very tricky fella. Okay. And so episode 2 rolls around. This is the episode 2 script of what I got. Okay, there's not much here. Galexia talks about universe creation and Genesis, goes into a lot of detail about other worlds, and explains basically everything to the Redemption crew about other universes and whatever. AZ is working on a machine that is phase gate, designed to get them all out of their little pocket dimension into the cosmic court. Galexia monologues about her abuse. She also talks about how Quasar wants the UDD, which stands for Universe Destruction Device. She talks about motives and stuff. Quasar talks about his perspective on what happened and how he feels like his revenge on Galexia is justified, and that he was exiled for not a good reason, and that he was treated unfairly, so he's treating everyone else unfairly. Let's see. There's some wholesome cutscene with AZ. Okay, part 3 was like the first. So, what does Quasar want? He doesn't want the dagger. He never wanted the dagger. He never said he wanted the dagger. He wants the UDD, which is... I'll show you exactly what it is. Where is this? Ah, here it is. No, I don't want that, so I don't get epic copyright claim. Did you miss anything important? Not really. I mean, you can always just watch back. I just explained episode 1 and 2, now I'm on to 3. Quasar wants this thing. This is the UDD, Universe, which stands for Universe Destruction Device. Now, it doesn't directly destroy the universe. Like, it doesn't delete the universe like the Lullaby Bye button. But it creates something that can very easily destroy the universe. that being, it basically unleashes this guy, Mr. Yeah, this fricker. His name's Oblivion. Something intruder. Oh, the intruder was Quasar. Quasar comes in for his first debut. That's the first time they see him. You gotta go. All right, so yeah. But yeah, there's Oblivion. He is big bad guy Quasar. You know. So Quasar wants the UDD, yada yada yada. Then the next scene is AZ and the ginger girl, ginger-haired girl, get into a fight. He has a mental breakdown, yada yada yada. She leaves him alone because she feels bad. Song portion, Quasar comes in with like two other cosmic jury members, being Quasar and Orion, or as Rocket pronounced it, Orion. Oblivion's a cool name. It's a very fitting name as well, because Oblivion means total destruction, and yeah. Who is true villain? Quasar. He has evil motives. He's, I mean, he's got some justifications for his actions, and he has some points to make about stuff. But, I mean, he's ruthless, for lack of better words. Okay, then he freaking Quasar almost wins in part 3, but freaking Clay blasts him with epic giant Red Bull, and he blasts his little planet thing, and his planet thing is like the main source of his power, and so seeing he's crippled, metaphorically, well, crippled isn't not like limb crippled, but like crippled in power. He decides to head out, but during this whole fight, freaking Orion freaking stabbed Luminosity straight through him. Everyone thinks he's dead, but at the end it shows he didn't die, but he was transformed, I guess. Transform's not the right word, but you get the point. And he became epic, purified Luminosity, where instead of fire, he's now star energy, because the cosmic ray is made of stardust, and he was stabbed through with stardust, so you get it. And he has, then in episode 4, okay, I'll get to episode 4 in a minute. Episode 5, Luminosity is struggling with his powers. Necrosis, Quasar contacts him, Necrosis, and offers him a deal, and Necrosis, who severely trusts Galaxia, because, as you remember from the finale, Galaxia is the one who put him in the Black Void, which made him suffer for 60 years. He takes the deal, and he was like, you know what, screw it. As long as no one else hurts but her, then I'll take the deal. Obviously, Quasar's tricking him and manipulating him. Because Quasar doesn't give one crap about anyone else. Port comes operation, yeah, okay. And then AZ escapes to place. Instead of going to the frickin' AZ, he had the phase gate that I mentioned a while ago. And, he wanted to go to the Cosmic Court to make a case, but instead he ended up going to the wrong place. Then he portaled right in front of the frickin' Redemption crew, and that is the last place he wanted to be, honestly. What kind of justification does Quasar have? Okay, that's a story I guess I can say. So, Quasar, he. Hmm. So, as you know, the Cosmic Jury, their goal is stop universe corruption. They go to different universes to, fix things and settle conflicts and whatever. They're like, I don't know, the United Nations? I don't know. Or police force or whatever. There's something like that. You get the gist. So, they were, I don't know how to put it, but they didn't have too much work in their hands. But after certain events transpired in another universe, which caused all the other universes to go into complete chaos, they had a lot more work to do. And the workload kept increasing and increasing as more and more universes were getting corrupted. And so, Quasar was like, I think this is unfair. I was, born as this being and this is my only purpose that I'm being forced to do. It's kind of like, slavery. If I'm not getting any benefit for myself out of it, and I'm just putting myself at risk all the time, can I, I don't want to do this. And he was like, I don't want to do this. I quit. And then Galexia, he told all this to Galexia, who was pretty much his only friend at the time. I mean, he was a very brutish guy. Like, he was a brute. He was kind of whatever. No one really wanted to talk to him. Galexia was the only one who ever talked to him out of all the Cosmic Jury. Now, so Galexia, hearing all this, told the Supreme Juror at the time all this, and he was like, you want to leave so bad, you're getting exiled, or you want to quit, then you're getting exiled to another universe. And then Quasar's like, wait, I didn't sign up for this, and he's like, too bad, and just kicks him out and sends him to like a little pocket dimension where it's just like a little planet where Quasar can do whatever the heck he wants, but there's no one on the planet or anything. It's just a empty space, I guess. And so then Quasar was like, well, screw this, I'm training so I can beat that fricker up and take the Supreme Juror title, and also screw Galexia, because this is all her fault. And so, yeah, and then he trained, then he went back, killed the Supreme Juror, took the Supreme Juror title in the little planet thing, and assumed command, and made Galexia's life hell, because she made his life hell. So that's his justification, which is pretty fair, I guess. I mean, that's a very fair justification. He didn't really do anything wrong up until, like, killing the Supreme Juror. So, yeah. It's just everything he did after that was maybe not so cool. Does that answer your question, Damien? Anyway. Part 5. Okay, part 6. Alright, so part 6 of Corrupt Cosmos was going to be a crossover episode. As you saw all the episode titles, it was going to be called Worlds Collide, and so there was going to be... Quasar was going to do a thing, and he summoned, like, some of the most powerful beings from each of the universes. So he summoned Nightmare, Sorghum, and Ollie. And he was like, hey, I got a deal. I'll give you, a bunch of power to do whatever you want. you help me kill this girl Galexia and bring me this button UDD, whatever the heck it is. And then they looked at each other and they're like, yeah, we don't know you. Why would we help you? No, very. And then Sorghum's like, I already got all the power I need, and it didn't do jack for me, so I'm not gonna take any free handouts from you. And so freaking, then he was like, fine, if you don't want to work with me, then you're my enemy. And then he opened a portal and dropped everyone from the Redemption universe plus Galexia in. And he was like, you know what? Be gone. I have better things to deal with. And then they're like, no. And then Galexia, seeing all these characters and knowing who they are, she was like, hey, this guy is, putting the integrity of all the universes at stake here. Help me defeat him. And then Nightmare, knowing what the heck was kind of going on, he was like, you know what? Fine. And then Sorghum and Ollie were like, I guess. And then, so, they all, since there was so many powerful characters in one place, they just completely obliterated Quasar. It's gonna be great. And Quasar just, freaking fled, after he got completely annihilated. Part 7, with the later parts, there isn't much stuff in them. Part 7, Galexia catches Necrosis and convinces him why working with Quasar is a bad idea. AZ and Clay get into a dispute and they duke it out. Quasar is super ticked off after what happened, and then he calls an assembly of all the jury members and says, hey, we need to take down Galexia and claim the UDD. There's going to be a freaking military assault. Part 8, Clay says he doesn't trust Azur Slash, which is AZ's full name. Can I ask you? Go ahead, say it. Shoot, please. What is your question? Okay, that stuff's kind of boring. 9. Final fight. Summon Quasar, is with the UDD. He successfully steals the UDD. Wait. Did you talk about part 4? I did not. I'll get to that at the end after part 10. There's a reason why. Part 4 is a flashback episode, aka it's all in the past. Basically, Quasar arrives with the Cosmic Jury, freaking military style attack. Successfully steals the UDD. And presses it, summons Oblivion. And then that's where the episode ends. Part 10, literally the final battle. The gang have to defeat Oblivion. And they do. But Quasar yeah, obviously. I'm not making any of these episodes, I'm just telling you them all. That's what the people want. And then Quasar, he actually kills Charlie, and this ticks off AZ to a whole new level. Oh, that'll be explained in a second. AZ goes nuts, grabs dagger, destroys Quasar, stabs it right through him. man's on a blind rampage. Um, and yeah, that's all I really have for the episode -4. Um, it's a very sad ending. Like, everyone gets what they want except for AZ. His life is completely ruined by the end. Not that it was any good in the first place. His life sucks. And I'll explain why his life sucks so bad in a second when I explain part 4, which is probably the most scuffed storyline I've ever created. And you're asking who Oblivion is. Oblivion's this guy right here. This man. Okay, so let me get this. Let me start here. So, you know, this girl right here. This is, well, okay, we got this guy who is, if you couldn't tell from this, you know, he is AZ. And this girl right here, who is his friend, this is Jessica from the book series. If you know, I mean, she's older than she is in the book series. Well, actually, no, she's probably the same age. But you know, she is in the little pocket dimension with AZ, and in that pocket dimension, her age is slowed, which is why she's like 18, even though she was like 12 in 1983, and this is like 2024, I think is the year I set it to. Or no, 2025. Yeah. Corrupt Cosmos takes place in 2025. And, she was a friend of Charlie and of the kid who is AZ. They were all friends at one point. Well, kind of still are, but one of them's, you know, with the Redemption crew. But, yeah, so she's with AZ in this pocket dimension range. Just aging is slowed, which is why she's 18 in 2025 when she was like 13 or 12, and I don't remember what the age is, in 1983 or whatever. So, that's that. Well, if you joined late, you can just watch the stream from the start. There's way too much to explain. Go back and explain on. It wouldn't be fair to the people who want new stuff explained. Okay. So now to explain everything about AZ, because that's what part 4 was, which is the thing I haven't explained. It was basically his entire backstory. And it's really the most scuffed thing ever, honestly. Okay, so if you've all read the book series, you know the character, you know the character, you know the characters, the kids. You know, there was Charlie or Jessica. So, there's also a character in the book. I don't even know anything about SCP, so no. Pocket dimension is just a term for a dimension that is like, I don't know, a small enclosed dimension. That's what a pocket dimension is. So instead of like an entire universe, it's just a little area. Kind of like, I don't know, I like to envision like Dream and Nightmare's Realm as little pocket dimensions. Or stuff like that. Just a small little area that is outside of the universes. But, okay. Where was I? I completely forgot. Oh, okay. So yeah, you know the book characters, but there's also a character in the books, if you remember. His name is John, and that is who AZ is. I'm mad because that was one of my biggest freaking reveals ever. It was gonna be great. Episode 4 was gonna be amazing, but now it's gonna be nothing. Anyway, so enough about that. AZ, he's the this guy, you know, the white cheeks, the white eyes, black rabbit. Looks kind of like Galaxia, but dude. You see him in my freaking one collab part for Shan, the Control collab. Anyway, so um anyway, his name's John. All right, no, he's from the book. If you know if you know the books, you can kind of already tell why John would maybe be a depressed son of a gun and, you know, hate or go on a mad rampage for in part 10 when Quasar kills Charlie. So, starting things off, the episode basically starts off with yeah, he was the yeah. Charlie's John, yeah, pretty much. um so the episode starts off with explaining like John, he is a loner kid. He has no friends. He is, you know, he doesn't his dad left. His mom's an alcoholic and abuses him. You know, he has a pretty crappy life. And he gets bullied all the time because, you know, he's just, I don't know. He doesn't care. And I don't know. He doesn't pay attention to anyone, so he gets bullied a lot if people try to talk to him, and he ignores them. They're gonna get mad, and so he gets bullied a lot. And so then one day, while he's getting bullied, this girl, Charlie, you know, stands up for him, and the bully leaves because he doesn't want to hit a woman because he's a simp. And so that's how it all begins. And then Charlie and John become friends, and Charlie introduces John to her other friend Jessica, and those three are like a cool duo, you know, or trio, not duo. What happened to William Afton? William Afton doesn't play a big role. None of the redemption characters really play a big role. Clay kinda does, Luminosity does, Necrosis does. Most of them don't do much of anything. So, anyway. Yeah. It's John, Jessica, Charlie, they're all good friends. Um, you know, because, and as teenage life works, um, William is Grab Trap, obviously. Same as it is in the books and or not in the books, in the games. Hey Sonic. Anyway, so does Charlie remember John? Yeah. Um the Charlie in the book series and the John in the book series and the Jessica in the book series is nothing like the ones in Redemption or Corrupt Cosmos, whatever. Michael is not Springtrap. Michael is never Springtrap. In the games, in the books, there was no Michael. Actually, there was a Michael in the books, but he wasn't Michael Afton. Quasar didn't attack him, was Orion. Orion stabbed through Luminosity. Everyone thought he was dead, then he, then he turned white, and he had epic powers, because he's made of Stardust now, because the Cosmic Dream made his Stardust, and he got stabbed by you get the point. Anyway, back to Johnny Boy. So, since these cats will sort of make an appearance. No, there won't be any crossovers in the original series I'm gonna do. Anyway. But yeah, John. So, as teenagers are, Charlie was very nice to John, like, very nice. Pretty much saved his life. Metaphorically speaking, not literally speaking. I'm not typing, bro. I'm not even touching my keyboard. And so, John, being a teenage guy, and, when a girl is nice to a teenage guy, especially when no one else has been nice to that teenage guy, they develop feelings for that girl. And so, long story short, John has a crush on Charlie. And so, who's the red-haired girl? That is Jessica, and she was a friend of Charlie and John's. Anyway, so then there's one fateful day where John, Charlie, and Jessica go to Fredbear's Family Diner. And so, well, you see, they're like, hey, let's check out this place. And then one of the bullies that John was bullied by was there, and he's like, hey, it's that kid. And then John, stood up to him, and then he's like, screw you. And then, like, he got the shit kicked out of him, for lack of better words. And then John was like, and then John's mother was there, the one that I said was abusive. And she appeared. She was like, oh, what the heck is wrong with you? What'd you ask? And then he was just done with everything, and he ran out. And then Charlie went after him. And so there, he ran out. She was back outside, in the rain. And then, wrong place, wrong time. William Afton comes, drifting in, in his purple Tesla or whatever. Shanky Shank. John, he has mental breakdown elsewhere. He comes back, sees her dead body. Then he has a bigger mental breakdown. He's completely broken. He calls, instead of calling 911, he texts Henry, her dad, like, hey, daughter's, or he's in tears. Your daughter's dead. Henry pulls up, and then, there's that scene, and that cue the cutscene in part 8 of Redemption. John is completely broken. He's in, like, the biggest depression of any... Everything in his life sucks. There is nothing good in his life left. And, for lack of better words, he slits his wrists and kills himself. And then, he doesn't want to live anymore. Everything in his life, gone. Nothing. There is nothing. There is no reason to live for him. But Galexia, this is where it gets interesting. Galexia is like, oh, this poor kid's soul. I'm gonna bring him back as someone who kind of looks like me. We'll give him the name Azerslash or whatever. And Galexia brings him back. Now, mind you, John does not want to be brought back. He does not want to live whatsoever. He does not want an afterlife. And so, he is mad at Galexia. And Galexia's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know about this. Here, have this dagger, as payment. I'll also bring your little friend, Jessica. And you can all have fun in this pocket dimension. And then she just leaves. And they're stuck in that pocket dimension. And Azerslash, AZ, John, whatever you want to call him, he's just stuck there. And so basically, and Jessica's there, and as well, and basically she's just stuck there being his therapist for like 30 years or whatever. And oh boy, or no, it's more like 40 years. She's stuck there being his therapist for 40 years, and he is just a mess for those 40 years. And he never is not a mess, honestly. And yeah, so that's pretty much everything. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. You'll see it in the episode. It's just like a little room, basically. There's like a little outside. It's area. It's not really fully shown, but it's basically like a snowy forest, and then there's a little building where they're they are most of the time. So Cross and AZ share the same fate, trapped in void. Well, no. I mean, he has a little outside area. He can take a walk. He can, he has things to do. He's not trapped in the void. He's trapped in the pocket dimension. She's got your drinkable dimension. Yeah, I mean, she can. Yeah. I mean, she's still alive. She's still human. I mean, AZ just kind of can summon anything, really. Yeah, in the final episode of Corrupt Cosmos, Quasar takes his big sword and stabs it straight through her. Yeah, and then AZ does basically the same thing, but with his dagger to Quasar, and he goes on a blind rampage, obviously, because he finally reunites with her for like 2 weeks, or not even 2 weeks, like a week, and then she's taken away forever, because the Quasar's sword, along with Galexia's sword and AZ's dagger, if you die to those things, your soul also dies, so you can't be brought back. Jessica does not die. She is the only thing that ever stays alive and stays, with AZ all throughout his life and afterlife. Harley doesn't come back. She can't not come back because, like I just said, the sword kills the soul as well. So yeah, AZ's life, John's life, I should say, absolutely sucks. Trying to talk to John before he gets your Black Wizard. Yeah, they all meet up. He was also devastated. He was just, I mean, not as much as AZ, but he was devastated for sure. AZ, like, I don't know, like Luminosity, he had Necrosis there and William there to comfort him. Galaxia was also there to comfort him. AZ just straight up left. He did not want to be seen by anyone. He did not want anyone around him. He just left in the ending. He just leaves. And it's a really scuffed ending, like, honestly. It's not even bittersweet. It's just bitter. Does Charlie get to talk to John? Yes. Yeah, I think I answered that. They meet up at one point, and I think it's episode 5. Yeah. AZ gets out of the pocket dimension. Charlie's there. He has a mental breakdown when he sees her. They all, it's happy. I guess happy, sad. What happened to Quasar? Does he die? Yeah, I explained that. AZ stabs his dagger right through his freaking chest in a fit of rage in the finale. By the way, I would like to say, if I haven't said already, Corrupt Cosmos episode 1, episode only, I should say, the only episode of Corrupt Cosmos that is going to be released, which I think I'm going to title it just The Corrupt Cosmos Redemption Epilogue, because it's not going to be a series, so there's no point in calling it Corrupt Cosmos episode 1. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of similarities, but there's a lot of differences between AZ and Phantasm. Both are depressed pieces of crap. Both kill themselves. Both of their lives are absolute garbage. Both of them have like one person to talk to throughout their depression and can't really talk to anyone else. What was that giant shadow thing? The one in my Control collab part for Shan, that was Oblivion. But when it comes out of the purple portal black hole thing. Yeah. I mean, one of the key differences between Phantasm and AZ is Phantasm doesn't like to hurt people. And Phantasm, I feel like, I don't know for sure, but I feel like he's more sad than anger sad. I mean, he is anger sad a few times, but like, I don't know. And AZ is like always anger sad for the most part. Well, except for like when he was alive as John, you know. But for the most part, he's just more anger sad than anything. He is like the most unstable being on planet Earth. In the part 10 finale of CC, Oblivion was going to get defeated. I can't say the same for the Redemption Epilogue, aka the only episode of Corrupt Cosmos. Was Oblivion's objective? Oblivion isn't a person. He's not a thinking being. He's more of a monster, I guess. He doesn't think. He doesn't think. He just is. Basically, he is. I don't know. How do I put it? He's not an intelligent life form. It just causes chaos and destroys universes. So it was kind of sealed away. And Quasar kind of unsealed it. Yeah. Oblivion is corrupted. What? Yeah, Oblivion, which is this guy right here. He's the mindless monster at the end of part 10. Or at the end of part 10. In part 10. So also there when Charlie died. She was not present when Charlie died. She went to her funeral. Huh. discussion at the ending will it end? Yeah, I made a poll. Yeah, I made a poll, and obviously, whatever it was, like 80-something%. Where was she? Just was just like home or something. She just didn't come along. I made a poll, and then like 80% chose "Universe Go Boom" like Lullaby Bye. So, yeah. Deserve to die, but Charlie especially didn't deserve to die. Kind of just life in a way. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that people didn't deserve. I think the most undeserving out of all of them is AZ. Like, well, Charlie, yeah. A lot of stuff happened to her that she did not deserve. But freaking AZ, there's nothing. Like, there's nothing anyone can ever do to deserve all the crap that happened to AZ. Well, Necrosis is basically just like a spy. He was like Russian spy. That's all Necrosis' deal was. He was supposed to just spy for Quasar, but, you know. Lullaby by Redemption remake. No, I'm not rebooting. Redemption was fine as it is. Corrupt Cosmos was great, but the problem is, like the reason Lullaby Bye was rebooted as Jaundiced Eye was, because Andy didn't like the storyline of it. The reason I'm quitting CC is because I love the story, but the animation is too hard. Etheria actually was, well, like I said, Etheria is the god of the universe, so he shows up a few times. He's not very important to what it plays out, but I guess he was kind of a little bit of a narrator. But in the Redemption epilogue, aka Corrupt Cosmos episode only, He does have a really good cutscene. Let's see. I don't think I would allow it. First of all, if I did allow it, they'd have to confirm it with me. Like, I don't know. First of all, you'd have to have like a good skill level of animation. Like, I don't know. If someone wanted to animate it, first of all, they'd have to confirm it with me, and I have to give the okay. They'd also, for me to give the okay, they'd have to have a good skill level of animation. They'd have to get the entire storyline from me. Yeah, so it's probably never going to happen. Chris working with Quasar. Why? Because he didn't like Galexia. Because if you remember correctly from the finale, Galexia was the one who put him in the Black Void for 60 years, and that's why he hated life. And so he's like, you know what? Screw it. As long as my friends don't get hurt, as long as it's just Galexia that gets hurt, fine. I'll spy for you, Quasar. And yeah. And Galexia caught him one day and explained to him why this is a bad idea. And then, so yeah. Any other questions? What happened to Necrosis in the finale then? A finale for Corrupt Cosmos, I don't know, he just kind of vibed there. He helped fight off Oblivion. When CC only. The models are just... There's no custom models made for Corrupt Cosmos. They're all just either models that already, other people made that I just yoinked, Or for the cases like, I don't know, Quasar, I just colored in purple. Or Galaxia, I took textures, her eye texture is just, the fourth closet eye texture, and her star pattern is on the workshop. It's like the feelings express, or emotion express eyes. I just put it on her body, use Skin 4 or whatever. I mean, there's no custom models made for Corrupt Cosmos. What happened to Clay? What do you mean, what happened to Clay? I mean, all that really happens in Clay and Corrupt Cosmos that I had planned was... No, Quasar is just a freaking Old Man Consequences model from DeviantArt colored purple. Oh, the shadows? The Andy's shadow models? Yeah. Those are Andy's shadow models that he made like January, February of last year, 2019. I mean, they're not my models nor my whatever. I just used them, so I don't know. What did Clay do in CC? Well, he's just hated by everyone in the Redemption cast. And he doesn't do much in CC other than try to work to get to be redeemed and forgiven. I don't know. Not many of the Redemption characters get any part in CC. Like, it's... I don't know. I probably would have found a way if I had worked on the story longer, but, I canceled it before I could even get episode 1 out, so yeah. Clay was going to die in CC. Yeah, he was going to get killed by AZ. I think I forgot to mention that. Because AZ was the big anger at Clay, because he knew William didn't actually kill Charlie. He was one of the... He actually found out from Galaxia that's happened. So, he knew Clay did it. And he ate Clay's guts. And, yeah. How's the ending like? I don't know. What happened to Orion after he stabbed Luminos? He I don't know, left? He didn't, He left him there? Any other questions about any of the nonsense? But yeah. Like I said, I'll release... I'll probably... Here's the order of releasing things. The Phoenix, I got a good bit of that done. That'll probably be the... Whenever I find the motivation to do the fight scene, the only cutscene left of, yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of people gonna have to re-watch the stream, English fan. Yeah, then the Redemption Epilogue, aka Corrupt Cosmos, the only episode of it. And then after that, I'm gonna probably take a long time to plan out what the heck I want to do with this original series, because I honestly only have the very basic plotline. I only have the character designs planned out. Episode 1 of... What do you mean, episode 1? The Phoenix is in... Okay. For those of you who don't know, because okay, I guess a lot of you are newer to the channel, maybe. For those of you who have been on the channel since like April of last year, May of last year, you'll know I made an animation, or I was going to make a full animation on the song The Phoenix. And it was going to be a cool big thing, but then I canceled it because I lost motivation. And ever since then, freaking Rocket has been asking me to do it for like a year now. And so, it's been a year, and I'm going to finish it. That's all The Phoenix is. It's not a series well, yeah. It's not a series animation. It's just, The Phoenix is a song by Fall Out Boy, if that explains it. It's on my channel somewhere. You can find The Phoenix short. Just look up FNAF The Phoenix, and you'll find... Also, hey Rocket. I asked Sarah Baker CNC, what are the pros and cons of creating a story? Because there are some tips. Okay. Well, I can tell you straight off the bat. The pros are whatever you want it to be. I mean, if you enjoy it, then that's a pro. The cons are, if you're not good at motivation, stories are not for you. If you're... Well, I guess this is animation, like, story, and I don't know. I explained the ending, I think, like, twice. If you're bad at motivation, and story writing's not, animating a story isn't for you. If you're bad at coming up with stories, if you're not good with character dialogue, characters in general, balance of plot, balance of plot, I meant like balance of screen time, which I was bad at with Redemption. I was just bad at the other two things. I don't know, if you're not good with, if you don't have experience writing a story, then it's probably not going to turn out the best. Redemption didn't turn out the best. I'll be the first to admit it. It was nowhere near as good as freaking The Jaundiced Eye or Vengeance. You know, it was okay, but it was meh as an overall. What happened in the ending? I already read that. But yeah, there's something else that I forget, but yeah. I mean, the pros of making a story are just like, I don't know, if you enjoy it, cool. Cons are, if you can't finish it, or it doesn't turn out how you expected, you're gonna feel like crap. So basically, that's the basic rundown. Is there going to be a season 3? There was, but it doesn't matter anyway, because I don't have a name. It was gonna be just... it's basically going to be like AZ trying to come to terms with everything and trying to feel better. It's basically Steven Universe future style. Series. I see. I mean, a story doesn't have to be animated. If you want to just write a story, or write a series of stories, go ahead. Although, personally, I'd never write a story and not animate it. Well, technically that's what I did with Corrupt Cosmos. But I was planning to animate that. I don't know. I don't know. Reading something and then seeing it are completely two different things. You don't get the same substance out of it. Like, if I read the Redemption story, I'd be bored out of my mind. If I watched the Redemption story, depending on who you are, you'd probably be bored out of your mind as well. But it'd be a lot more interesting. Plan on a new series someday. Like I said, I plan on making an original series. Shan's making models for it. I have like a paragraph of what the plot line is. Not much. It's not gonna even when I'm done with CC episode only, and the Phoenix. It won't come out for a long time. Not even trailer will come out for a long time because I don't have really anything of it planned. I don't know where I want to go with it or anything. So you might not even see much of any animations from me for a long time. After the Phoenix and the Redemption epilogue CC, whatever. What a post about technomancers. Technomancers is, well, as revealed in CC episode only. Yeah, well, I can picture stuff too, obviously. But it's not the same as watching it and have it unfold in front of your eyes. Like, I can read a book, that's cool. But you don't get the same enjoyment as when you're watching, like, it actually unfold and all the cool stuff and whatever. But, anyway. So, as revealed at the end of episode... the only episode of Corrupt Cosmos, Technomancers is the next series, which has nothing to do with Redemption, has nothing to do with Corrupt Cosmos whatsoever. It's a completely original series, nothing FNAF in it at all. It's... yeah. Completely original characters, completely original everything. Nothing to do with dead children. Honestly, if anything, it's like a freaking... and I'm not gonna say that because people think I'm an idiot. But yeah, when people make fan art about CC, what do you do with it? I can... I guess I could... I'm not making a credits for the last episode of... The only episode of Corrupt Cosmos. It's gonna be a waste of my time. But... I can maybe, like... I don't know. I'll do something. I'll think of something. What did I miss? You missed the entire stream. I literally explained everything about Corrupt Cosmos, so you'll have to watch, if you want to listen to that, you'll have to watch the entire hour of what I've said back when this is over. Yeah. I mean, Corrupt Cosmos, like, I don't know. If I separated the Galactic Jury, or the Cosmic Jury, from the Redemption stuff, the Redemption Universe stuff, it'd basically be its own original series minus the models. So, you know, I mean, I was already kind of stretching, like, originality. What was your favorite part of the series? Of what series? Corrupt Cosmos? It would have been episode 4, probably. Maybe finale, but it would have been episode 4. But yeah, I was already freaking stretching. I was already on very thin wire with my connection to FNAF. But now I get to go completely original, and Shan is making models. The only reason I didn't freaking go original before is because I can't model. I don't know anything about Blender. So, yeah. When inspired you to Redemption? I've said this before, and it is very boring, but I didn't like the FNAF storyline and the way things were. I wanted to make my own ending, and so I decided to spin the series on its head and add some own little twists here and there. And then it evolved into something a million times different than FNAF. CC will explode and never come back. The Corrupt Cosmos universe, or the Corrupt Cosmos universe isn't a universe. The Redemption universe will go boom. That's all I'm gonna say. Plan on making animations based on the series. I want to do something, some kind of tribute to Corrupt Cosmos, because it was okay. I know it sounds egotistical, but I'd say to me, I did a really good job on the story of Corrupt Cosmos. There are definitely flaws. Mainly, the redemption characters didn't play much of a role. I could have fixed that though, because the story wasn't finished. It just had key points in it for most of it. But I don't know. I think the Corrupt Cosmos story was 100 times better than the redemption story. So I do want to make some sort of animation tribute to it at some point. Maybe when I'm working on the Technomancer's story, I'll find some time to do that. I don't actually remember the original story from the Redemption, because the Redemption story changed like 100 times. But it was originally going to be like 6 episodes. It was a lot simpler. It wasn't very anywhere near as original as it turned out to be. So if you're asking anything about the original motives for Redemption, the original inspiration, I don't know. If there was one character you could change, who would it be? Honestly, William Afton. In Redemption and Corrupt Cosmos, I feel like he could have been so much more, I feel. I don't know. That's just me personally. I feel like a lot of people would agree as well. He was the original character of Redemption. You know? It would only be fitting if he did a lot more, was a lot more. Well, of course it'll be an SFM because I don't know any other programs, nor do I want to learn any other programs. I'm fine with working in SFM. It's what I know. It's what I'm used to. It's the easiest program. But it won't... Okay, it will and will not involve humans. It'll involve humans in terms of... It'll involve humans in terms of who they are, but they won't look like humans. It's a very futuristic setting. Let's just say that. It involve humanoid robots, which are actually humans, but you'll get the details when it comes out. It doesn't matter right now. That's what the UDD was. The button. It wasn't the lullaby button, it was a different kind of button. It didn't delete the universe, it just summoned something that pretty much deletes the universe. What is the Redemption William supposed to be like? Oh, I don't know. I mean, what I did with him was good, but there wasn't a better idea for him. I'm not saying there was a better version of him at any point in one of the millions of storylines I wrote for Redemption, but I feel like he could have done a lot more, because he was like the original character. You know, he was the first character I created for Redemption. Anyway. I'm a big fan of Redemption. What for? Any pointers? Take your time. Yeah, Theory had to retire. Poor Etheria, man. Etheria is like the only character who survives the end of Corrupt Cosmos. Because, well, obviously, he's a freaking god. Imagine trying to flee, scared, not but yeah, pointers. Take your time when writing a story. Make sure every character is fleshed out. Make sure the dialogue is fluent and like it's not like it doesn't look fake. I guess sort of Flood Explosion. Yeah, that's the main things I would recommend. I don't know. The main thing is just take your time and make sure everything is fleshed out. Yeah. There will be. The UDD is in the finale. and so is Oblivion. Oblivion's in the finale. I think you can already see where this is going. But it doesn't delete the universe. Oblivion is what, well, for lack of better words, obliterates the universe. They tried to fight him, but by they I mean Galaxia, but doesn't go out as it would in the part 10 finale of Corrupt Cosmos. Let's just say that. One character actually, okay, I have an idea, because I want to do, yeah, like someone said before, do something with frickin' Corrupt Cosmos. I want to do something with like Etheria, maybe at some point after the Redemption epilogue and whatever. Yeah. I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, it wouldn't be a fitting end. Like, if I'm gonna cancel the series, I want all the characters to go die. I mean, I don't want there to be any mysteries left unchecked. Because then people will complain, oh, they're still alive, might as well do something with them. But if they're all dead, no one can tell me to do anything with them. The only one who still survives is Etheria, because he's not in the Redemption universe. He's in his own little world. It's not even a universe. It's like the space that connects all the universes. Universe will explode and never come back. Yeah, the Redemption universe go boom. I feel like people. I don't know. Etheria is a cool guy. I feel like I want to do more with him after. Everyone will die. Yeah, pretty much everyone except Etheria. Like I said, Quasar, Galaxia, Pulsar, Clay, William, Luminosity, Necrosis. Yes, it go boom like Hiroshima. Will Etheria be upset? Yeah, because his literal only job is to protect the universes. They're not in the same universe. All the universes are connected, but they're not the same universe. There's millions of... Well, not millions. I don't know how many universes there are. But there are a lot of them. And the main ones are, like, the Redemption universe. There's the Cosmic Court universe, which is where Galaxia and Quasar come from. There's the Vengeance universe. There's the Lullaby universe. There's the Jaundice Dye universe. There's a few other universes. Where will Oblivion go next? Well, Oblivion turns into Oblivion with the universe. He died with it. Who's Etheria again? Etheria is the giant god guy. Here. What will cause the explosion? The shorter answer is Oblivion. I'm not gonna say exactly what. I think I opened the right image. Yeah, Etheria is this guy. Tall dude. Any more questions? If not, I'll probably end the stream so I can talk to me friends. Appear in other series. I mean, he doesn't suffer. I mean, he doesn't. I don't know. You'll see. Well, Theory told the news about Genesis. Genesis has disappeared. No one knows where he is. Okay, I'm not gonna make that joke. That is messed up. No one knows where Genesis is. All people know is that he's just disappeared. So, Etheria doesn't know, Sam doesn't know, Nightmare and Dream don't know, no one knows. But I want to do something with Etheria. Etheria doesn't really talk to anyone. I mean, Sam and Etheria, they know each other. You know, they chill, but like, you know, how do I put this? You bet Genesis is a dream and nightmare. Be kind of hard if, you know, in the Let Me Be Sad short, they were literally right next to each other. It's like that one guy said he thinks Phantasm is Michael when Michael literally was getting his head in the Vengeance 6 trailer. His head was getting an axe in it. Sam? Yeah. The god of the Lullaby by and John Desai universe. Mr. TV Man. You know, the guy is like, once upon a time, not so long ago, there was a world many came to know. Two brothers, one green, one blue. Yeah, Here, where'd he go? I don't freaking know. I actually don't know. Shan doesn't really give much of anything about the Vengeance storyline. I know a few things, but I don't know a lot about Vengeance and what's gonna happen. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Trying to get any last words. I don't. Well, I deleted all of the lines for Corrupt Cosmos, so I don't remember. I think she does. It's probably just a few, like, dramatic words or whatever. Not many. Well, your series have nothing to do with these. I mean, it's a universe that exists. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a universe that exists. It will within the actual series, it'll have no connection to anything about Vengeance is Eternal or Lullaby. It'll just be its own separate entity, but the universe is in with all the universes Genesis created. That's all I'm gonna say. And Etheria does look over that universe, but he does not appear at all in the series. You never see him appear. He's never mentioned. Nothing. It's basically shown as its own original series, and none of the other series that have happened are shown any connection to that series. Does that make any sense? Oh no, as AZ doesn't do that. He's completely shattered. He is not shattered like Jasper, but emotionally shattered. He just sees it. He sees it happen. He cries. He's like, no, 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 and he just loses it. He bolts straight for Quasar, and he freaking takes a bunch of slashes at him before like finally pinning him to the ground and straight through him. I mean, it is big yikes. Any other questions? Yeah, part 4 and part 10, very emotional things. Um, part 5 as well, I guess. Maybe part 9. But mainly part 10, part 4 were just scuffed as hell. Corrupt Cosmos could have been so good. Too bad I gotta ruin it for everyone. I'm sorry. But hey, at least you're getting an original series, although that'll take a long time before even a trailer comes out of that. Well, theory, I don't know who that is. I mean, okay. You'll see what Etheria happens to Etheria at the end of the redemption epilogue thing. Quasar would have got what he deserved. Yeah. But you'll see what happens to Quasar, or not Quasar, Etheria, at the end of the redemption epilogue, aka Corrupt Cosmos episode 1 only. Whatever. But gonna be like, what just happened? Well, obviously, because Theory's God, he's watching everything happen, and he's like, I don't know. He's just like, well, frick, I failed my job. I'm an idiot. I'm a failure. What am I gonna do now? And then he does a thing, and then he's like, haha, epic, funny. I'm not. You'll see. I'm horribly explaining it on purpose, so that you have no clue what's gonna happen. What do you think about what? I don't know what that is at all. Their series would be stronger and insane. Dang. Yeah. Etheria like, I don't know. Etheria a cool guy to me. I mean, he's a little bit like, I don't know. He holds himself at a high standard, is the best way I can put it. So if something were to happen to the Redemption universe that is catastrophic, he would be very upset. And he would beat himself up for it. If I could make a character real, who would it be? I want to say AZ, but I don't want him to be real because he'd hate his life, and that would be evil to make something like that real. Probably Galexia. Galexia is really just a kind soul. Oh, she doesn't have a soul, but you get the gist of it. She's a very kind, and I don't know. I think Galexia would be the best character to make real. Plus, she's got a lot of cool powers. Any more questions, or do you want me to wrap up this stream, bosses, lads, lasses? No, they were not gods. They were members of the Cosmic Jury, which is a powerful group of individuals that, you know, work on fixing universe corruptions and whatnot. The only gods are Genesis, Etheria, Sam, Dream, Nightmare. Out of all the universes. Aren't they be able to survive the explosion? She wrote me and told me to think a math book. What? I don't even want to ask the details of that. A math book. Screenshot just straight up disappears. Well, I was seeing in the Let Me Be Sad short. He was there for a good while. You know, he was at least there to, you know. As you could tell, at least he was there long enough to be close to them because, you know, they all did a group hug in the Let Me Be Sad short. There's a group. That group appear in Avengers Journal Jonas High? Probably not, unless the others want to do it. But I doubt. I know they won't appear in Jonas High. Shan's the one who's most likely to do it, but he won't. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't think he'd have any reason to show him in there. I mean, you've seen other members, Pulsar, Orion, the other douchebags they've shown in, like, the intro of Corrupt Cosmos. You're brain dead from writing an essay. Damn. You had to write a freaking essay today. It was annoying as hell. I mean, you see most the only interesting members in the Corrupt Cosmos intro in the song portion of, you see all the most important members in the song portion of the Redemption epilogue in the Familiar. I love Familiar. It's such a good song. An argumentative essay. Oh, those are the worst. I wish you luck, soldier. Sadly, don't hear that soon. Intro parody song thing. Dang. I mean, it's in the one episode that's gonna be released. And it's on my channel. Just lightly. Any more questions? Also, who's hyped for Jonasai episode 2 in like a month or whatever? That shit's gonna be great. I have no clue what to expect from it other than like, you know, what I've seen from like the trailers, but from what I've seen from the trailers, it's going to be rad. That was gonna be freaking 16 minutes as well. Jesus. You said that. You're serious? Anything about FNAF at all, right? Correct. Nothing FNAF. No FNAF ties. The completely original characters, completely original story, completely original everything. Made from scratch. Which is why it's going to take a long time to write, because it's made from scratch. Favorite FNAF character? Nightmarion. In terms of design, at least, I mean, there's not much to go by with FNAF characters. They don't have, like, personalities or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. If I were to guess, I may release. I don't know. It'll take a long time for me to come up with the story. My guess is you won't see anything of it till at least June. Oh, that's Spring Bonnie episode 2, Jonasai. Spring Bonnie is a character you feel a lot of sympathy for. I mean, I feel okay. In Jonasai, if there's any character I feel the most bad for, it's freaking Sorghum. Man's life sucks. Will you someday make a new SFM series based on that game? No. I think, like, I don't know, after the whole Corrupt Cosmos thing, I'm just gonna go completely original from now on. Like, no FNAF. I'll do collab parts for FNAF things. I might do a song animation. Like I said, I'm gonna do maybe a few, like, 1, maybe 2, like, Corrupt Cosmos things, just to fill the void of, you know, it. I don't know, a little song animation on Corrupt Cosmos. That would be kind of cool, I guess. I don't know what song I'd use, though. Probably choose one that isn't copyrighted so I can make money, because I'm not making any money at the moment. My channel's dead as hell. Sorghum's not a FNAF character, though. I think there'd be some heavy lawsuits if Scott added Sorghum to a game. Well, Andy wouldn't actually do anything, but I don't know, if someone else. Insanity. In theory, it doesn't actually go insane. I mean, he gets upset, but you'll see. I'm not gonna say anything. In theory, I mean, Aetherius is a god who's lived for billions of years. You really think he'd lose his temper? I mean, I don't know. It's not really a way for a god to lose their temper if they're like, you know, they're this omnipotent being. Well, I guess Nightmare and Dream, but Nightmare and Dream are different. They're more human acting than they are god-like acting. If, I don't know. You get what I mean? They have more personality to them. Whereas, like, Sam, like, they feel love. They feel a bunch of different emotions. Well, like, I feel like, Sam and Etheria, they don't feel much emotion. They just do their job, and that's it. Their life is their job. And that is protecting the universes. They do be human. Nightmare and Dream aren't actually human. I would go insane if I'm trapped in the void that was once my world. No, if I ever theory redrawn. Well, Theory's world's fine. I mean, he doesn't live in a universe. He lives outside of the universes. I mean, I don't know. He lives in the time space outside of everything, and he literally holds the frickin' like. Okay, those of you who've seen my Control collab part, you know the green glowing orb that Etheria is holding in it at the end? That's the Redemption universe. As you can see, he is outside of everything. He is not within any universe. He's in the time-space outside of it. So, he never lived in a world, per se. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't know. That's reference something I don't know. I don't really remember anything Gravity Falls. That was like 6 years ago. I don't know how long it was ago. I thought it was something that just appeared. Who else in the Vengeance universe? No one? I mean, I don't know. I mean, no one has to watch a universe. Like, I mean, I don't know. Nightmare and Dreamer in that universe. So it'd be weird if a god was overwatching a universe with gods in it. If you get what I mean. They don't watch over the universe Nightmare and Dream, but they deal with stuff in it. So I feel like that's, I don't know. Scraptrap is William. What do you mean? Can a god die? Yes, but there is only two things that... Well, I don't know. I don't think... I mean, to me, Etheria cannot die. I don't think Sam can really either. But Nightmare and Dream can die, but it takes very specific circumstances for them to. But Etheria, it, I don't know if this agrees with Shan's storyline, but I don't know. Um, but Etheria can't die. I don't know. Whenever I make a plot point, I always have to make sure it agrees with Shan's storyline, because Shan is the overarching being of all this, and his storyline dictates everyone else's storyline, so it's, I don't know. I'm glad I'm making an original series, because then I don't have to worry about all the dictation of everything. I think I went through all the questions. Oh, never mind. Question popped up. If I attack theory with that saber that kills Quasar, would he die? But kill Nightmare. Dream your dream. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Dream and Nightmare function differently than like the Genesis type gods. Um, I mean, Etheria is massive, so as you can see, so if freaking he were to get stabbed by that, it'd just be like, I don't know, a mosquito bite. I mean, honestly, I mean, if we were to transport into another universe, he'd be probably like 200 feet tall or whatever, but he'd still be. You know, it would have been hilarious. Episode 6, yeah. Episode 6 would have been great. I think I'm gonna wrap the stream soon. Final questions. Yeah, he's alive. But just final questions. Go, go, go. And after that, I will. After the stream, I want to talk to my friends. But I cannot right now. Because I cannot answer questions and talk to my friends. But yes, any final questions? Yeah. It's really, my gosh. I do not have the motivation to animate a fight scene. the I mean, I suck at fight scenes. I suck at anything physics. His Vindication. Obscuration's brother, the black and yellow bear, shows up in the finale. Shows up in, I think, part 7. Redemption as well. Oh, by the finale, I meant the Redemption finale. Redemption part 7. Casualties of what? Of the canon not canon. The original Stacy storyline before I decided to cancel it. This character. My gosh. You sound like Rocket Hoof, man. What gender is Etheria? Etheria is male. I mean, like Sam. I mean, you can tell by his voice that he's male. Huh. I mean, if it's him getting beaten up, that's kind of a fight scene, you know? Anything to do with stuff like that would be a fight scene. Enemy Quasar, stupid. No thanks. Not gonna do that. Is that all the questions? Is that all? Character you want to be? I don't know. None of them really, because they all go boom except for Etheria, and Etheria's life's pretty boring. So, I don't know. Being Galexia would be cool, but there's a lot of backlash to that as well. Well, okay. If you're talking about me being the character in that universe, then none of them. But if you're talking about just being that character in real life, Galexia. Galexia's great. It's a character. None who appear in Redemption. AZ. Hands down. AZ. Who's your favorite Redemption character? Clay. He was the only one that I feel like I did 100% good on. He's got the most personality. Go boom boom to the dead people who are in the bubbles. Also go boom boom. I mean, no, because that's in a separate area, not in the Redemption universe. But, I mean, it wouldn't matter if they go boom boom or not, because, they can't really do anything. Let's see, dang. I mean, fortunately enough, anyone who really died, that was not like a Cosmic Jury member, their soul would have been safe. Good Vindication is safe. My God, yeah. But anyone who died, their soul would be safe as long as they died before the universe go boom. That's all I'm gonna say. Their soul would go into the pool. I mean, obviously, I couldn't do anything but lucid dream for all of eternity, but, you know, their soul's there, I guess. Doesn't mean anything other than, you know, their soul's not erased. Show a pic of Vindication, because I can't remember him. Just go to, like, the final cutscene before the credits of the Redemption finale, and, He's the freaking broken up black Toy Freddy looking hacker. Anyway, I think it's about time to wrap up the stream. I'll give 1 minute for any more questions, and then... Yeah. When this timer hits 1:57, I'm going to end... Well, not end the stream, I'll say my goodbyes. If there are no more questions. So, final questions. Chop chop. He wasn't that cool. Yeah, he did nothing. Which is why people make Rocket made jokes about him. Saying, oh, he's my favorite character. And he did nothing. And he intentionally did nothing. I planned him to do nothing. There are some characters just like that, man. Like Tiny from Jaundiced Eye. He doesn't do anything. And that's fine. That's just the way he is. But yes. Which character that died was your favorite? I mean, there weren't all the redemption characters that died, like died in Redemption or died in CC? Because everyone died in CC, so I'd just be asking what's my favorite Redemption character. But the ones that died in Redemption were mainly the useless characters minus Obscuration. He was the only cool one, so Obscuration, if we're just talking about died in Redemption, but talking about died in CC, it'd be Clay still, because he was my favorite Redemption character. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Yeah. I don't know what to say other than I'll see you all later, and I don't think I'll be streaming again for a while, unless I have some reason to. But, yeah. Next time you see me is probably something with the Phoenix. Like, you know, the upload for it. I don't think I'll be having many videos in the meantime.